Get your fine ass in here. Inmate, stop. Inmate, stop. Now. Hands off. Inmate. Inmate. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Now, this story I got for you today, it's a little unusual. It's the only time I've ever heard anything like what I'm about to tell you happen. And it's just crazy, y'all. So let's get to it. Now, this involves my homeboy from the streets, Khalifa, and an officer named Katie. Officer Katie. Now, who should I tell y'all about first? You know what? Y'all can wait a little while to hear about Officer Katie. It's going to be worth the wait. Let's start with my homeboy Khalifa. Now, at this time of this event, Khalifa was doing a 20-year bid. Now, I know y'all saying, at this time, yeah, Khalifa done bids after bids after bids. This my homeboy, we done caught multiple charges together. We done did dirt together. You know, we done did a lot of stuff. Had a lot of fun out there, made a lot of money, etc. Now, after a while, we grew apart, went our separate ways. Khalifa, you know, he stayed out there in them streets. I was trying to do something with myself. I knew after my last bid, I ain't got another one in me. But Khalifa was like, I'm going to stay out here, man. Sticking and stabbing, you know, robbing and jabbing. And that's what he was out there doing, y'all. Khalifa was doing it all, from sticking people up, strong arm robberies, B&Es, gas stations, you name it. This guy run down on your spot if you have one. He'll run up on your block on the corner boys and grab the few little bags they got. Khalifa was ruthless. And, well, him being ruthless is what landed him in the Bing for a 20-year bid. Khalifa ended up catching the triple homie. For y'all that don't know the lingo, he unalived 3 people and got caught for it. And he got 20. Now, I know y'all like, dang, 3 people, only 20 years. Well, Khalifa had a lawyer, a good lawyer. I told you he was out there getting that bread. So he had the money to fight the case. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to get too far into Khalifa's legal situations because that's none of my business. But he did authorize me to tell this story because, for one, I can't even tell you that part. Just keep listening, y'all. So, I bump into Khalifa at one point. We together in the same prison. And he just, you know, he see me like, oh, snap. Yo, that's my homie. Yo, Corner, what's good, my bro? I'm like, yo, you already know what's going on, man. What you doing up in here, man? I ain't seen you in a little while. Been a couple of years I seen you. What's going down, man? What's the spill? What you doing here? Now, I'm soft pressing them, pause, because I'm going a roundabout way trying to find out what those charges are. Know you from the streets or not, homie, you still gotta produce that paperwork. We still gotta make sure you ain't on chomo timing. Because if you on chomo timing, you getting stomped out. Back to the story. Now, Khalifa proceeds to tell me he heard about a spot that had crazy bricks. They held bread there. It was a safe house. And he heard from a reliable source they was holding. So like I told y'all, Khalifa was crazy. He was like, I strapped up with the 9 and the 40, and I ran up in there by myself. And I wasn't thinking about taking no hostages, no prisoners, nothing. I just wanted that bread. I wanted that work. So I ran up in there, knocked on the door. First dude opened the door. Soon as he opened the door, I started letting off right in his face. Bang, 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 bang. One dude down. Then I immediately ran up the steps. Bum rushed up the steps. Another dude came poking out the door real quick with a hammer. I laid him down. Pull that 40 out. Bang! 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 It's like a rocket. Knock dude's socks off. He comes sliding down the steps past me. And I'm like, I'm going. Head upstairs. Now, I hear somebody tussling in the back room. They sound like they trying to hide something. So I run back there. Real quick. And I see dude, and he under the bed. He under the bed holding a box. Now right away, I tell him, I was like, listen, come on out, man. Come on out. Now I don't know if he holding or not, but I gave him 1 minute. I said, if you're not out of here, out from under that bed in 1 minute, I'm going to let off, dude. I'm letting off. And I don't even know if it was a minute, man. I just started letting off through that mattress. Boom, 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 boom. Empty my clip. And when I was done, first thing I thought about was the money. I kneeled down, grabbed that box, and sure enough, he had a box full of money. He was trying to hide with it, y'all. He'd rather lie there with that bread and leak out for it instead of just giving it up. Now, at this time, all these shots fired, I ain't really have time to search the whole house thoroughly to find the rest of the work, but I know it was more in there. I got as much cash as I could, put it in my pocket, and I start hauling ass up out of there. And, well, I can't speak on too much on the case, but apparently I was seen leaving the scene of the crime. And let's just say things linked back to me. I mean, I loaded all those pistols, and my fingerprints was on all those casings. They got me, man. They just got me, man. But I still got that bread out there. It's on the low. It's hiding somewhere. But I ain't gonna never see it again. I'm gonna be in here for the next 20 years, man. And I feel some type of way about that. Sometimes I feel like off of myself, man. And I'm like, whoa, Khalif. Whoa, Khalif. Chill, bro, chill. It ain't that bad. You good. You good, bro. You good. Look, I'm here. You here. There's a whole bunch of the other homies around from the way. You good, man. Chill. Just chill. Take it one day at a time. It's hard to adapt, but once you adapt to this life, it is easy. Just do your thing. And Khalifa, like, I hear you, man, but I gave up, man. I just don't care no more, man. I just don't care about life. And you know, when you stop caring about life, you stop caring about other people, man. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be around y'all and be a burden. And I'm like, damn, Khalifa, damn. Listen, man, I got to get back. I got to go to my program. But, yo, if you need anything, my bro, just come to me and talk to me first, man. Do not do nothing stupid up in here. I'm worried about you, bro. Just come chill. Chill with the homies. And we'll get you through this, man. We'll help you through this. And sidebar, y'all. Your own mental sanity is very important. The prison, the COs, the warden, none of them, don't nobody care about your mental sanity. So you got to know this when something's gone wrong yourself, and you got to kind of tell them what you need. They'll give you what you need, possibly, but you got to tell them what you need, because they're not going to take the resources and the time to get you checked out and evaluated and find out that, oh, he's just depressed. Nah, sometimes somebody might really need a Xanax. You never know what people are going through. Anyway, y'all, the prison system is not a rehabilitation. It's a workhouse trained to break you. Simply put, I know what you're waiting for, but before we get to it, do your boy a favor and hit that like button. Share this video, subscribe to the page. Come on now. Let's get some hype going. Alright, now, Officer Katie. Officer Katie is what you could say an anomaly. She's not the normal correctional officer that you're going to see in the prison. Now, no disrespect to any correctional officers that might be listening in on this video. I truly, appreciate your support. But a lot of the times, women that become officers are tomboys. They fight. They like playing ball. All of that. And they tough. Normally, the girly girls don't go for that kind of job. Well, Officer Katie was a girly girl. She liked getting her hair done and her nails done and smelling like sweet perfume and getting the eyelashes plucked and painted on and all that nonsense. Yeah, she was a bad girl. And she showed it when she walked up in the prison. Now, Officer Katie had only been on the job for about maybe 6 or 7 months or whatever. So she was real fresh. And she still hadn't gotten the concept of these dudes are in here because they no good. They're locked up because society deemed them as harmful to everybody and the environment. So you are here to correct them, to facilitate them, not to fraternize with them, not to be friendly, not to bring them outside food, all the extras that a lot of female COs let happen. Now, where does it start from, people? It starts from a lonely single CO who has nobody to go home to, who finds her happiness at the prison. So, walking through that pod and getting those compliments and those cat calls and the whistles, yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but guess what? Officer Katie ain't gonna say a damn thing. She wants you to whistle till your throat go dry. Cause she happy. She happy to get the attention. Now, I know y'all looking at the thumbnail. Officer Katie bad. She a baddie. She probably ain't got no problem getting a man. Well, remember y'all, you never ever know what people are hiding. It could be the baddest girl in the world, and I bet you she hiding some crazy diabolical secret that will make you turn around and walk right away from her. No matter what. Yeah, think about that, y'all. Now, Officer Katie, she had a habit of walking through the cell blocks. Now, they tell the female officers, listen, stay behind the gate. If you need to go into the cell blocks for any reason, call for backup. Get one of the male officers to come down from another pod. If you got to search a room or whatever you got to do, whatever reason you got to be in there, don't be in there alone. You on the cell block with over 100 inmates, and it's just you with no weapon. Now, I don't know if y'all seen any of these corrections officers nowadays. They hiring females that are like 5'1", 145 pounds. And just because they passed basic training don't mean they fit to go toe to toe with a 200-pound man that know how to throw his bows. So, and I know it's a lot of y'all in the comments that'll say, "Oh well, if they want the job, they gotta stand up and be tough like a man." And yeah, I hear y'all. They got this little thing that they make you sign at jobs nowadays, talking about equality and whatnot. So yeah, if you sign up to be a CO at a male facility, you gotta expect one of these days you gonna catch the drama. That's just what it is. It's prison. And they do not like officers, female or male. Now, if you go in that prison and you showing love, you bringing outside food in, you letting inmates use your cell phone on the break real quick on the low, you know, you letting them use the phone for like a quick 10 minutes. You giving inmates special treatment that they may or may not deserve. But you want attention so bad, Officer Katie. You willing to put your job on the line. And everybody in that prison's safety on the line. You walking through the pod with a whole mess of keys that could open up different hallways and lockups in the prison. And they trusting you to do your job. But all you doing is fraternizing and flirting with the inmates. You flirting with the biggest ones. Yeah, you don't care. You don't care whether they're white, black, Spanish. You don't care. As long as they lift weights all day and they look good in your eyes, well, you right there up in their face with a fresh Subway sandwich. You want a bite of this? You want a bite of this? Now, Officer Katie, she was, I guess you could say, very manipulative. She was manipulative to the point where she could have an inmate do something to you if you disrespected her. Yeah, that's how she was giving it up. Now, word on the block is, and I didn't witness this myself, nor do I know anybody that personally witnessed this, but word on the block is Officer Katie was so diabolical, she knew how to twist a man's head. Picture these big, brutal men being locked up for years and years and years, and all she had to do was stuff her hands down her pants, get a quick rub, and let those inmates take a little sniff. It was like what they say, the pheromones. The pheromones drive you crazy. Well, that's what she was doing to these inmates in this prison, y'all. She was driving them crazy with her female pheromones. Yeah, y'all. Simple whiffs. Yeah, take a smell of that. Every now and then she let them lick a finger. Yeah. These inmates are going crazy. Yeah. I mean, they worshiping her. They can't wait till she hit the block because they know it's fitting to be a good time tonight. Everybody getting their rocks off tonight. Officer Katie in the building. She gonna shake that thing. Make the block shake. Now, Officer Katie, she had her eye on one inmate, and that just happened to be Khalifa. Now, Khalifa, like I told y'all, he needed somebody like Officer Katie in his life. He needed somebody to bring his spirits up. But what he didn't need is Officer Katie to let him down. Apparently, Khalifa was one of the guys that Officer Katie let get down on that nasty finger licking session. And he was just losing it, y'all. Khalifa came back and told me he can't take it no more. He can't take all these other dudes hovering around her. That's his woman. If he can't be with her, then nobody can. He'll unalive everybody. These dudes better cool out. And I'm like, whoa, Khalifa. Who all y'all just doing the same thing, man. All y'all getting y'all rocks off. What's up with you, man? Chill. You're like, nah, man, she mine. She mine. Next time she come on the block, I'm snatching her up. And I'm just going to have to tell her what it is. I'm going to just have to tell her, stop playing in these dudes' faces. She mine. And I'm already thinking like, oh, damn, Khalifa. That sounds like a charge waiting to happen, bro. I don't know if you ought to do that. Now, Officer Katie, she's a big flirt. Yeah, she might do the little thing with her fingers. But not once has she insinuated that she was willing to go into a room with any of these guys. She never gave that off that she would be willing to take it that far. Now, Khalifa, he, in the back of his head, thinking, man, I got 20 years. I just don't care. What they gonna do to me? What they gonna do? Obviously, Khalifa is not thinking clearly, because if he was, he would have thought that, yeah, you can get another 20 years tacked on top of that for grape, idiot. But anyway, Officer Katie hits the block. Now, immediately, everybody flocking out there by the gate. They trying, see what Officer Katie gonna give up tonight. Now, they hoping she do the finger trick. They hoping she feeling good tonight. Now, Khalifa, he right there. He told all of them from the jump, listen, Officer Katie belong to me. I'm tired of y'all dudes hovering over here. She don't want to talk to y'all. She only doing what she do because of me. Now, I appreciate it if y'all back up. Now, you got to think, Khalifa was big, but he talking a lot of smack to about at least 5 or 6 dudes that would regularly wait for Officer Katie to hit that gate. Now, Khalifa, he wasn't playing no games. He's telling all of them straight up, yo, I will do something to you if I see any of y'all touch her. If any of y'all touch her, I'll do something to you. Bet that. I'll put it on everything. Now, they're like, all right, whatever, man. You know what I mean? We'll see what it is. Like, she take who she like. Whatever, man. Like, get out of here. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Like, you sound soft, yo. You sound soft, B. And Officer Katie came on out. And she likes stirring up trouble. I told y'all, she liked the attention. So, she went on ahead, did her little finger trick. And this time, she actually, she was being diabolical, y'all. From what I'm told, she stuck it all the way in. She stuck that finger all the way in and pulled it out. And when they saw her finger glistening, man, these dudes damn near started a fight over each other. Who gonna get to that gate to lick her fingers first? It was disgusting, y'all. But I guess y'all probably saying, hey, they was in prison, right? That's all they had to look. Man, listen. That's the last thing you should be thinking about in prison. Because, just keep listening, y'all. Now, Khalifa saw all this happening. He ain't stay by the gate. He went back to his cell. Now I told y'all she had her eye on him, so she followed him back to the cell after everybody else scurried off and went their way, got what they came for. Now she at the entrance of his cell, and he gets up and he walks towards her. He's like, I told you about doing all that. You doing too much out there. You doing too much. And she like, chill, baby, chill, chill. I'm just having a little fun. I'm just having a little fun. And he like, yeah, I got your fun. I got your fun right in here. Right in here. And she like, what? What? And he like, oh, you having fun? You having fun with me too? And she's like, well, man, I'm just trying to pass some time, man. Chill out, man. God, I ain't gonna let you sniff my finger no more if you do keep doing this. He got up closer to her. He grabbed her, y'all. He said, I don't want to sniff your finger. I want the real thing. And before you knew it, he done grabbed her in that cell. And he started tossing them clothes, y'all. And, well, let me save you the whole spill because I don't want to get in trouble. But he took Officer Katie right there in that cell. She wasn't supposed to be out in the cells. Nobody knew she was in the cells. So, wasn't no backup coming. Nobody knew she was out there. He straight up took it. And guess what, y'all? When it was all said and done, after all that huffing and puffing and grunting, Khalifa on top, Officer Katie had the nerve to say, are you done yet? He done spilled in her and everything. Are you done yet? And she pushes him off of her. Gets up, put her stuff back on. And she don't complain. She don't cry. She just turns around and looks at him. And she gave him this creepy smile, y'all. And she walked out. She just walked out the cell. And now Khalifa looked, and he like, dang, that was easy. That was easy. Now, let's fast forward about 3 days later, y'all. 3 days later, we at mess hall. Khalifa is running this whole thing down to me, and I'm telling him like, hey, bro, I don't know if I even want to hear all of this. I don't want to be accessory. I don't even want to know all of this. You just told me you raped the officer, bro. Like, well, what's good with you? I don't know, bro. So then he like, nah, but let me finish. This happened like 3 days ago. And since then, I ain't been able to pee right, bro. I ain't been able to pee right. Every time I go pee, it burn. It's burning, yo. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, oh, dang. Yo, she burnt you, yo. You're like, what's that? What's that? I'm like, you ain't never heard of gonorrhea, syphilis? You're like, nah, man, what's that? It's like green when I piss. And it burn, man. It burn. It really burn. I need help. I'm like, hey, bro, look, man, you going to have to go to medical. And you going to have to tell them what's going on with you. And he like, damn, I'm going to get in trouble. He like, look, you going to have to make something up. I don't know what to tell you. Tell him it dropped in the toilet bowl or something and started burning after that. I don't know what to tell you, bro, but you gonna have to go to medical. It's not gonna stop burning. Matter of fact, it's gonna damage your insides. He like, oh man, oh dang, man, dang, oh that beat, dang. That's why she ain't tell. That's why she ain't tell. Well, come to find out, y'all, Officer Katie was more diabolical than anybody could have ever thought. She was rubbing that dirty thing in all them inmates' faces. She knew it was filled with STDs. Now, she didn't go there planning on giving the STD to an inmate, but that was her first line of defense. If one of them tried her, she wasn't going to fight back. She was going to let him take it, take all of it, and make sure he got that STD deep up in his system. And well, let's just say my homie Khalifa, along with that 20-year bid, let's just say he got another bid. He got a life bid. He got a life bid with him, y'all. Because she wasn't just holding gonorrhea. Oh no. She was a walking bomb. Literally. Officer Katie had gonorrhea, herpes, and syphilis. And she was just walking around with that thing, rubbing it all in their faces. Listen, y'all, that's going to be the end of this story. And if you got anything from this, maybe it's don't trust the COs. If that female officer tries to throw some cat at you, it's probably something wrong with it. Listen, I need y'all to get in the comment box and tell me what y'all thought about this. What would you have done? Like, share, subscribe, hype the video. And as usual, I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner. This is the Jersey Prison Talk Show, and I'm out.